Hello everybody, Frederick here, but back at the Escort. I want to see if we can get this car running better. So I haven't been in this car in ages and we've had a lot of rain, so I take it probably ran into the car, flooding the wood floor. Feels dry enough. Maybe I'll seal up the battery tray with just like self tappers or a piece of plate or something. I don't know, we'll see. But I want to see if I can pull off that Weber today and rebuild it at least. See if we can get this car running better. See if there's more serious issues than just the carburetor. So yeah, I'm gonna get set up, then I'm gonna get to it. Okay. Usually, yeah, I don't know. I battled my ass off to pull this carburetor off because these holes has probably been bent so badly, etc. And two bolts wasn't even tightened down. And that switch at the back, I can literally just move the idler switch. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but I can see it, how bent that carb's base plate is. And this thing is leaking fuel everywhere. Look at this freaking fuel line. Holy crap. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna reuse this carb. I will always try to save it, but I've got a few scrap ones. Maybe we can build one proper one with it. And obviously we're gonna need to get this plate off as well because it seems to be glued on, and we should use gaskets and not flipping glue. Oh, there was a gasket. It was also just glued on. So hopefully this spacer plate is still straight and we can reuse it. But ugh, really guys, seriously, why the silicone? What the hell silicone are we using? This is soft. This is like spongy. Please. This is probably not even designed for fuel. Look at this. This is still wet. This is probably not designed for fuel, and it started to... It stays... Look at that. It's still soft. This is probably silicone that's not meant for fuel. Oh my soul. Okay, now I've seen everything. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but the silicone is basically, you can see the petrol fumes is keeping it soft. So I don't think it was meant for gas engines. Maybe it's like household silicone. I don't know. But yeah, let me get a place set up to start building this carb or try to rebuild it. Might be in the house. Don't tell my wife. Okay, let's get going. Okay, this is the flattest surface I can find to work on for now, at least, and also be out of the sun. It's like in front of my window. Don't judge the old computers. It's another hobby you guys don't know about. And other scrap dash from the car. So I got a seized up carburetor here. I can't find the good Weber I built, and I remembered I put it inside the red Escort. So I'm just gonna stack up the piece of paper here. I'm gonna sit on that piece of paper there because I've got clean clothes on. I'll put you guys on the tripod while I quickly disassemble both carburetors, and then we can see what we're dealing with. Cool. Let me put you guys on time lapse. quick stop and start. Okay, this carburetor, this Weber is, I've shown you in a time lapse, this thing is bent up like crazy. I can strip it and sand that piece down, but I think this is a Weber of a 1300. It's a 32. You can see the stamping there. And the spare carb I had that's been lying on an intake, it's all rusty, everything. Oh, that's just dirt, not rust, it's aluminium. But this carb was seized up, but it actually just broke through easy. And this is actually a 334, the correct one for 1600. Ooh, that piece is broken off. Just might as well remove that. But this carb looks original. It had an original gasket. The other carb, they literally made a gasket from some cardboard. Cool. I like the initiation, but no. There's silicone everywhere on this carb. The lid, you guys saw it's silicone everywhere. I need to wire brush all of this down. And these jets, I can see how the brass is damaged on it. So this thing has been tampered so many times. I pulled the jets on this one. They all look clean. They've got some small gunking and stuff on them, but average the Weber does look clean. I'm out of carb cleaners. I can't blow the holes open. I've got some dirt down here. I think I'm just gonna flood it in petrol. The what is it called? Damn it, I forgot the name. But the pump for the fuel, it's like a type of pump. Damn it, I'll get onto the name now. It still feels good, so I don't think I'm gonna I'll probably swap it out. Yeah, I'll play safe and swap it out. But for now, I think I'm just gonna put all these jets back and then get a bowl of petrol and then just quickly do a quick wash. I still got some rotten fuel. I can maybe just quickly brush this carb off, but otherwise this carb looks nice, clean, original. I've got all the original fittings, everything on it. I might clean up that intake and use this intake instead. These guys, they're triple stacked, the gaskets. I saw this one's also slightly bent. It's not as bad as that one. I might try to sand the edges a bit down, but I don't want to tamper on that too much. We should still be able to get quite a decent seal on it. And then I'm probably gonna have to get a spring to pull that second thread back. I think it was spring loaded. Could be wrong, but I can check on my other cars. Else worst case scenario, I can screel the junk or the rebuild Weber I did a while back on the red Escort off, because I'm not gonna be the car engine. The red one's engine does run, but I'm not gonna focus on that car now as yet. So I can just pull that Weber off and put it on that car and call it a day. But while I've got this one off, this looks like there's no play on any of the tubes. Everything looks quite cool. We've got some surface rust on it and it needs some cleaning. So, but yeah, if you guys asked me a video on how to rebuild these carbs, you don't need to do anything. You can take literally the lid off. You can replace the pump. These carb kits are super cheap. They've got the gasket and the pump, and they've got new needle and seat, but if it's not leaking, don't waste your time in replacing it. And it's got a few O-rings and stuff. This is like a cheap South African carb kit. I do have an issue though where this is too small, so I'll need to cut this open slightly to make accommodate that, but that's not an issue. We can just cut this section out. We can just cut it around there and then we'll be set for that. So I'm gonna go quickly look for some fuel. I'm tempted to change the intake as well, because I don't know how much sealant and shit is on that intake, and I think that's also a 1300 intake, so I might go ahead and see if I can properly clean this one out and maybe use this one. We'll see how far we get. I might not do it on camera because I do have gasket sets for that engine, so if need be I can just bolt up the new one with an actual gasket and not silicone, because I can see there's a lot of sealant and stuff on that flipping intake. Yes, I hate silicone. Why is it always silicone? So yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna quickly go wash these in petrol. Maybe I'll record it, maybe not. It's really so fairly simple to do a Weber. It makes it so nice. The airflow mixture screw, you can take it out totally, clean it. then you tighten it, and then it's just 1.5 turns back, and then you basically set, and you can fine tune it from there. The rest of the stuff you don't really need to take it off or tamper with anything else. I might clean this up pretty better. I might just use degreaser. So yeah, I think I'm gonna quickly scrub this down with degreaser, see if I can get a bit cleaner. I don't want to take out the jets in case dirt and stuff will go down there, so I'm just gonna scrub this quickly down, and then I'll see you guys when it's done. Might clean up, might not. Well, let's see what it is. But I'll probably do a rebuild on this car, but I do not need it now, and it's not the correct one, so I'm not gonna waste my time on it. And I could see on the intake it's got the slash in there, so I think it's also intake for 1300. Might be wrong, but we'll see how it goes. But I might just put this one on and just call it quits. And then, yeah, okay, let me get back to it. Okay, also silicone all over my socks and shoes, but yeah, we've been wire wheeling away on this intake. Well, not wire wheeling, we've got a wire brush, hard labor. So yeah, it's not the best, and it needs to be washed one more time, rinsed down. But yeah, it's looking at least way more presentable. What I want to do is get a gasket and fit it against the ports, and maybe file down these holes, make them all even to the gasket. Just, I don't need to do it, but just that extra bit of air and fuel flow will make a huge difference to me. So yeah, I'm gonna go open up a gasket set, put a gasket against it, and just run a file over it, and then I'll show you guys once it's done. Okay, I am back. So I cleaned the, washed, degreased the carburetor, and then the gasket don't really fit, so I had to cut a few things, etc., to make it fit. So it's fitting now. I don't know, I don't think I need to seal this off. Nah, that can be open. So I just punched holes where fuel or air needs to move through. That one might be a problem, but I don't think so. I will order the correct gasket. This is just basically so that I can use the carb and see if I can get the car running better. It's still going to be difficult because I don't have idler yet. I think this one doesn't need the idler. Bonus. Then we can delete that junk, because yeah, that electric idler jet is junk. We don't need it. Great. Okay, I'm gonna take this off, put it on there, and then put the needle on seat back and the float, and see where it's floating, and then just close it up and then chuck it on the car, and then let's see what it does. Cool, nothing special here now. So screws, this there, that there, and then close it up. Let me do that quickly. Hello guys, okay, it's a new morning. Got my Focus there, just standing there and idling. You can see all the grass, how long it's already been parked here. I need to start moving these cars. My grass is paying the price. I fitted the carb. I should have done it on camera. Sorry guys, there's 4 bolts and a linkage. But honestly, I adjusted the timing again, which is probably wrong because I know I had it right place. This car battles its ass off the swing. Like honestly, it's fighting for its life. You can hear. If it turns, we're lucky. Listen to that. I know the battery is semi-junk, but this is not the battery. This is actually the starter. See, there it cranks a bit. What I'm gonna do is, besides all the loose bolts, and remember I told you guys there's a bunch of loose bolts, I want to check everything. So I thought, let me check down the starter. Besides the exhaust wire, the alternator cable that's pressing against the exhaust, I want to loosen up and rewire. But look down there at the starter. Look at that. There's no shielding left on that wire whatsoever. So something's definitely wrong on the starter. So I'm going to take it out and then see if I can fix it. Maybe one of the brushes is stuck. See if I can put a coating or heat shrink or something around that wire. It's gloomy today, so at least that's nice. Looks like it's gonna rain. I hope it doesn't rain, because I really want to get this car running so I can sort out the lights and actually start driving it. So I'm gonna crack around, see if I can quickly pull that starter out. It's only 3 bolts and the cables. I'm gonna put the battery on charge. I know the battery is good, but I'm just gonna put it on charge anyways, and then I'll come back to you guys. Actually, I need to paint that. That looks ugly. But yeah, I need to wash this engine. Is that rust? Damn it, that's rust. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, start it out. Let's go. Okay, here's our starter. We're not gonna fully disassemble this oak. I just basically want to get to the brushes side, so I'm gonna loosen that 10 bolt there, and then these 2 torques at the back, and then or Allen keys, depending where you are, and then yeah, let's see what it looks like. Okay, we have some brushes here, a lot of burnt wires inside here, but otherwise it doesn't look too bad. It's possible we have one winding that's disconnected. Why did I put cardboard in here to isolate it? So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can take it slightly bit further apart so I can get proper access to everything. And then, yeah, probably just clean everything up and put it back together. See if it helped in any way. No? Keep cracking. Okay, well, we did the one thing I didn't want to do. I took the whole flip and started apart. Nothing really. Why am I recording so crappy? Nothing's really like showing off of any serious damages or whatsoever. It is worn. I can see the starter's definitely worn out a bit. Not hit marks or why the hell did I hit this? But yeah, we've got some copper that's grazed and shining through and stuff that can probably cause an arc. The solenoid was kicking in, so I'm not even going to look at it. So also this positive term battery terminal, this cable looks a lot like speaker wire. Oh, I also pulled that stupid radiator cowl out. It's not supposed to be in this car. I'm not sure what gauge this is, but I don't know, it also feels like pretty weak. But yeah, I'm just gonna clean up everything, put it back together, and then maybe shield up some of those pieces, and then yeah, see what we're dealing with, see if it works better. If I made it, well, definitely didn't make it worse, but I'll probably just clean out everything, just make it look a bit better, and then yeah, just call it maybe. And then if it doesn't work, then we'll just get another starter or take one from another car just to get going, because yeah, I can't keep battling with this. But yeah, it does need some just slight TLC. didn't see much wrong with it except it's worn out a bit, but I greased up all the contacts, everything cleaned up, and like just taped all over the exposed copper wires, which can cause a bloody fire. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck it back and let's see what it does. I'm not expecting much from it, but I am thinking I'm gonna replace that positive battery cable and quickly reroute the alternators one, because that is a fire hazard. Okay, battery's back hooked up. I just pushed the terminals on. I had to cut the terminal off on the one going to from the battery to the start. It's rusted and was like packed on as well. I don't have other terminals, so I basically just like bent it open, cleaned it, and then cut the section of the wire off and redid it. Also rerouted the alternator wire to be less dodgy. So still I'm not expecting much, but let's see if it cranks any better. Well, that sounds better. By the way, I haven't started it since I've fitted the carburetor, so let's just chuck some fuel in. It's way too much. Like Derek from Vice Grip Garage would say, perfect. Ugh. The fuel in this car is disgusting. I need to change it. Nope, I think the starter is busted. What do you think? We got a timing issue? Let's pull back the timing a little bit. Which one did I tighten? This one. Oh shit. As if I don't break that freaking thing. I think I put the timing where it was. I barely moved it, but no, that goes a long way. I just think something else is wrong. But I do know my battery is junk, so it could be the battery. Yeah, I think it's the battery. This time at least, I think it's the battery. Yep, no, let me get another battery and we try again. Okay, fitted another battery that's also bad, but maybe lesser bad. I just need to go buy a battery and get it over with. Oh wow, that sounds way better. But why aren't we getting spark? By the way, it's the accelerator pump. That's the word. Just jumped into my head. I think the nut might not be working, despite all our attempts. I think I flooded it. Are we even getting spark? No, this thing should have fired a long time ago. How can we lose spark from basically doing nothing? That's probably why we don't have spark. Of course, clever me didn't tighten the terminals properly. So yeah, that's probably on me. Hopefully it's this issue. This one's up deeper. Yeah, I should. Sorry, I'm moving you guys around again. Hopefully that was it. Should at least got a bark from it moving. Oh. See, now that sounds better. Let's just chuck a bunch more in. Let's just flood the whole thing. Perfect. Oh. Yep, flooded. Ah, there we go. Well, I think we definitely don't have an accelerator pump. Yeah, no, I don't think we've got an accelerator pump. If I kill this battery, that's also semi-bad. Let me... Is that fuel guzzling out there on the bottom? Something is leaking somewhere. The second thread isn't working, so it's not hooked up. But the first thread should at least pour fuel. I don't think it's doing it. Yeah, okay, you may have a look at this. Might change the accelerator pump out. Well, something's definitely not right on this carburetor. Or my floater's stuck. I don't know. Let me take this lid off and see. That's not right. Ish, flooding the living hell out of it. Torn the new gasket, which was submerged. I'm just gonna go ahead and drain all the fuel. Holy shit, this fuel is bad. No wonder this car's ran so bad. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything until I've replaced the fuel in this car. Everything. I'm gonna have to drain everything out because that is seriously disgusting. Damn, no wonder the needle seat got stuck, or I'm not even sure what happened there. But that is bad, like bad. Sorry for just roughly disconnecting. Okay, so this nozzle got blocked for some reason. I did replace the O-ring in it and everything while I was rebuilding the carburetor, and it was clean, but for some reason it also got clogged again. But now if you see, if I touch the accelerator, it moves. Yo, this thing, I need to do something about this. Seriously, it's horrible. Okay, so I'll need a new gasket again. This needle on seat is sealing, but I can see it's slightly drooping, and you can see we've got quite some pressure there. So I think I'll just use the new needle and seat of the kit and put it in there. But I still need the proper gasket, so I might just go buy another kit that hopefully has got a correct gasket. But yeah, I'm making some progress, and I'm gonna bend that bracket slightly, so just tilts it to the right angle, because putting a lot of strain on that spring, this is not right. So yeah, let me get back at it. Sorry guys, I forgot to press record. She's running. I haven't adjusted anything on the car yet. Weird ass squeaky noises somewhere. It's not the, probably this grill. It's not even tied down. So I haven't adjusted anything yet. I want the car to heat up a little bit. But yeah, it's sounding better, but it's not happy. I'll just adjust the timing quickly and then tamper with a few things, and then let's see how it goes. At least it's idling. I don't know how, but yeah, it's idling a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go tune a few things, probably the timing, and then I'll start tampering on the carb and see what it does. You hear that ticking noise. Something's not happy on this car. Something is not happy on this engine. Listen to that. You hear that ticking noise? Well, it's running better, but I'm not happy with that ticking noise. Something is not happy. I think we're gonna have to pull the valve cover, but I'll do that tomorrow. Just wanted to get the car running, at least idling. Hear that? And we're back to the ticking noise. Yeah, no, you definitely have one cylinder that's not doing what it should. At least one cylinder. So I think I'm gonna call it. It's getting dark, sun's gone. I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna have to take the cover off, see which hydraulic lifter has collapsed. Hopefully it's just a hydraulic lifter that collapsed. Easy fix. But we'll never know. I'm gonna have to open it up to see. But yeah, something's not happy on this engine. It runs horrible. You can hear there's an intermittency to it. So I definitely think we've got a cylinder that's messed up, or just a hydraulic lifter that's collapsed, or hopefully it's not a bad cam. But either way, cover has to come off and I have to see what's going on. So yeah, I think there's maybe enough light to do it still. Let me pack away everything up and then see if I got enough time to maybe just pull the cover to see what it looks like. Let's get back. I wonder what's wrong. Hey guys, I can't see anything wrong. You know, these, the silicone. Look at this silicone. These are all, they feel quite tight. They're all, and they're also hot. Let me get my rag. So yeah, I can't see what's the issue here. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything wrong. Everything looks fine. This is a rebuilt engine according to the seller. So yeah, it looks like we've got a lifter that exploded. Holy crap. What the hell? The stud's not even inside. The stud's loose. The whole stud. Ouch. This is hot. Let me put you guys back in here. So we obviously had a lifter that broke. A hydraulic lifter that exploded. Hopefully it's not a... Ouch, it's hot. Hopefully it's not a paint valve. But why was this tightened so down? Great. So... Oh. Sorry, my phone was asking to reboot. And we've got threads coming out. This is bad. See all the threads in there? See there? So this is my mistake. I should have checked this and not assumed it's going to be correct. I'm gonna pull off these threads. Sorry, I'm not doing this in camera, but look at that. So but it also looks like it was not screwed in all the way. So yeah, there's the other piece, hydraulic lifter. Other piece of it. So yeah, when you guys buy cars, maybe just see if the engine's components are still good before running it like I have. And you know what? This lifter looks... Ouch. It's very hot, sorry. I shouldn't have ran this engine hot, but this lifter looks fairly brand new. Yeah, this is a brand new lifter. How the hell did this happen? Anybody in the comments? Maybe she... Anybody in the comments could share why this happened? It's even pumped up still. So I pushed the piece back and it's still pumped up. It's still hard. So how the hell did this happen? Do you guys think this is a cheap lifter? Because we think this happened because of the starter wasn't turning properly all the way. Let me... So guys, I'm gonna quickly take this apart. Or at least try to take this apart, because this is stacked double for some reason. Why is this the only one that's double stacked? It doesn't make sense. Sorry guys, you can't see anything. I'm just busy cleaning up the threads on this one. I just want to clean up the threads quickly. And judging on the dirt and grime on this thing, I can only assume it's one of the reasons. Okay, so you can see this has got a insert already. So somebody already had this issue and they put an insert into this, and I don't know if they used the wrong size or whatsoever they did. I don't know if they used the wrong size or whatever they did, but they definitely... But why wasn't this tightened down? It's like they tightened it with the, ouch, hot. It's like they tightened it with the assembly on it, because this is way, you can't tighten this whole bolt or stud with this whole units on it, and it looks like that's what they did and thought this might secure it. But apparently it did not. So let's see if we tighten this. Obviously I'm gonna have to get this properly done, but the way they had it already torqued down, it wasn't even fully seated. So I'm just going to keep tightening this to see if it actually goes down as far as it needs to go. Nope. This definitely is not biting. Yeah, it didn't actually go. The stud actually stayed inside. I'm just gonna quickly pop you guys. I want to see with the flashlight down there how deep that hole is. Sorry, I only got one phone. Sorry guys, just wanted to see how bad it is. It doesn't look like they put Loctite. The threads did go in all the way, but it's like they didn't use Loctite. On the stud. We'll obviously be replacing this lifter, but I just want to see something. By the way, there wasn't even a washer. They literally have it. There wasn't even a washer on that cap. Wow. I don't have the correct one, but this is just for testing purposes. Guys, don't do what I'm doing. obviously we will tap. Where the hell's my ratchet? Did I drop it? We will obviously tap that piece. Well, we'll probably get it sent to machine shop. We'll probably redo this in the proper manner. I'll need to figure out by my mechanics what's gonna be the plan of action. Because obviously we can't use the car like this. But I just want to start it with it like that. I just want to hear the engine sounds any better. We'll obviously take that out, redo it, or replace the head at the end of the day. And we either have more compression or the battery is flat. I just want to feel all these. This one's loose. Why is it not straight onto the thing? You guys see this? Oh, some of them are not exactly straight up, but ouch! It's so hot. We at least have some that's got some movement into them. Oh, it's a pity the battery is flat. I need to get a battery I'll probably go buy a battery on Monday. So we can assess this. So, and gonna have to find out what's gonna be the proper plan of action for this. Because yeah, this is a bummer. I was hoping it was just a lifter that collapsed or a collapsed lifter. Something we can just basically pop out and pop in a new one, but obviously we're far beyond that now. But that's why the engine's been running so rough. And it's a rebuilt engine. This is a brand new built engine according to the seller. You can see it's clean. Everything has been taken apart. Everything was cleaned up. But yeah, that's a bummer. Let's try one more time. I think this is why the compression was so off or weird. Let me go fetch the other battery. It's probably also flat, but maybe we can just get one crank out of it. I just want to hear how the engine sounds with all the valves opening and closing. Okay, I put another battery. Let's see if it's just got enough power. We'll probably have one crank. Whose genius idea was to do this? Now we've got oil everywhere. that's fine. I'd rather have oil everywhere and figure out what exactly is all wrong with the engine than have a clean engine. It's fine, we can just degrease everything again. See, it's already started pulling out. Cool. So, do we pull the head or do we, I don't know. I have good heads on the farm, but I really don't want to pull the head. Honestly guys, I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about this one. But I think at the end of the day, the only way is gonna be just to pull this head. Yeah, what about man? I don't know, give me your feedback guys, let me know what you guys think. Honestly, if that left that whole insert is poorly fixed like that, what else is done to this engine? Do we just call it, pull the engine, put another engine in it? Do we take the head off and see how many head bolts are stripped and how the pistons look like? I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I'm honestly going towards pulling the head off, sending it away to engineering shop, or just, I've got so many heads, just take another head and put another head on it and call it a day, because that is a big problem. So yeah, sorry guys, I haven't uploaded in a while. Take you guys up here, look how dirty my face is. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, I haven't uploaded in a while. It's hectic with work, my other hobbies. You can see how the grass is growing when my cars are just parked, barely driving any of them. I'm quite bummed about this. XR3i. I was hoping the engine would be good at least, but it's not. It's a small issue, but you know, if this car barely ran since it was built, and that's already happened, who says how bad could be? The sleeves, it's at least it's not smoking, I can at least give it that. But I'll honestly feel better if I can see what the pistons look like in the sleeves and the rings. Well, I'm not gonna go that far, but until I disconnect the battery. But I don't even want to know what what else is wrong with this head. Has it been to an engineering shop? Is that, I don't know. I'm gonna chuck the rocker cover on it, put in the bolts like finger tight. I'm not gonna waste my time anymore with this till I've made a decision to pull the head, or maybe just, well, I don't know, I'll find out by my mechanics if what's gonna be the easiest way, but promise you they're gonna say the head has to go off. Yeah, I'm blabbering, but yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Look at the babies. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm gonna call it. I'll see if I can edit the video tonight still to upload it, so you guys can at least have something on one of the cars. Sadly, it's not just the cars you guys were hoping for, but yeah, I am working on the cream one. I will be posting a video soon on that one. So the valance is fitted, nothing's welded, everything is just roughly fitted, but yeah, you guys are gonna have to wait for the video. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys have a good one. Cheers. It's the next morning. I got a massive headache for some reason. I do not know why. Maybe because I slept 2 o'clock this morning. So the verdict is in. I am gonna pull the head. Honestly, it's just, I'm just gonna rip out everything and pull off the head. It shouldn't take too long. These cars are super easy to work on. You literally just pry off the timing belt and all that stuff. I don't care for timing and TDC. You can redo all that stuff once the new head is on. So it's quite simple. 3 bolts for the distributor, We'll drop the coolant lines at the bottom, let the water run out, loosen up the manifold bolts, disconnect the linkage cable, that's in with 1/2 screw, disconnect the breather hose, fuel line, and we've got some vacuum lines there at the back. One cylinder thing and fuel hoses, and that's it. There's nothing much to these engines. So less talking and more stripping. Let's get to it. Let's get this head off. Guys, I had to take a little break. My phone overheated actually, so didn't get to show you much, but yeah, half these bolts weren't even tightened down, by the way. Just look how far this bolt rattled loose again. I need to really tighten it, even the bottom one. Yeah, so I think I'm at the point to loosen up the head bolts. I'll push over the timing belt. I don't care where the timing is because it's not irrelevant, because we can just turn the engine over. So timing doesn't matter if there's no head. So I'm gonna see if I can crack on. It's super hot, guys. I'm like, the heat is killing me over here. So I'm gonna put you guys back on a time lapse, and then let's see how far I can get. Okay, the head is loose. Let's see if we can get it off. The exhaust manifold is like bolted into place. Oh, here we go. Got some coolant, probably got some coolant everywhere. Definitely a new head gasket. You can see exactly the cylinder that hasn't been firing. Cool. So we've got some slight carbon there, carbon. Hey, look how clean this one is. Gosh, I wonder why. Probably because it hasn't freaking fired properly in ages. Well, since it's been built. We have some marks, but sleeves are good. Well, so far. I'm not feeling anything alarming. Looks good. Just need to get that. Some little play, not like almost no play on the piston, so that's good. But the car wasn't smoking, so I'm not worried about that per se. So that's good. I wouldn't mind getting that water out of the rings because this car's going to be standing for a while, so it might cause the rings to rust a bit, and we don't want that now, do we? We even got a new oil cylinder at the back, so definitely been rebuilt. Yeah, it's been cleaned up properly. Oh, look at the space in this engine bay now. And then to our troublemaker. Probably a lot of water on here, but let's just move this. Cardboard. Oh, by the way, guys, look at the thread. These guys couldn't even put an effort to clean up the thread. Can you believe that? Shows you the workmanship. And now all the petrol is going to gas out of the carburetor. I'll flood all my stuff, but it's fine. Doesn't look too bad. Look at that. Look at that spark plug. Look at that one. So they even put twin spark plug in that one, thinking that it would solve the problem. They have some rust in the port. At least fitted the new gasket, which was leaking badly. Brand new gasket. Look. And by the way, the bolts weren't even tightened down properly. And you can see how it's already been leaking. Yeah, how not to build an engine. So I'll probably remove the intake. So I'll probably strip the intake off and then all the other bolt-ons, and then I'll probably just get the head fixed, and then once it's back, then we can bolt it back up with a new head gasket, and then we can go again. But I think I'll probably send the head away to get checked out, but I do have replacement heads, so we might go that route as well. We'll just see which is whatever is the cheapest and fastest. People painting gearboxes, why? Always so annoying. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. There's not much I can do further. So I'll try to get this video uploaded today. It's a Sunday, so you guys have some context at least to watch. But yeah, that's it from me. Hope you guys have a good one. Cheers.